Come on, where are you? Somebody's in. It's Yeoman Gull. How you doing, brother? I had a feeling you'd be on first. I don't know why. I just did. So, have you've not been out lately? And oh, sorry, you have been out recently. I read something or saw something about you was in a stream. Yeah, I'm okay, mate. I'm okay. I'm feeling really good today. Hi, Kenny. How you doing? Hi, Don. How you doing? I was outside. It's just what time is it? 7 o'clock now. It's not dark. But it's a bit cloudy, so it's dark that way. Thomas, how you doing? All right. Don Morrison's thumbs up. Good. Everybody's okay. So we've got 6 on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's 5 on now. Okay. So anyway, I was just saying, I went outside, but it's spitting with rain every now and again. I actually went live, but it didn't hook up. I think I was too far away from the router, and I ended up coming here in the bedroom. So I've just sat here in the bedroom. Thought I'd try again, and let you all know I've been out with the equinox today. The ferrite metal detecting is here. How you doing, bro? All right. And it's hot over there in Somerset. Nice. It's cooled down here a bit. I like this temperature. It was a bit warm. It was about 24 today, and then it cooled down. It's around about 18 or 19 or 20 now, something like that. It's quite good. I'm happy with that. I went out with the equinox today. Thought I'd give it a shot, but let me tell you what. I did take the other machine, and on the video I just said, right, I'll try it. Oh no, let me start from the beginning. I was on last night with a guy named Dave Taylor. Now, Dave Taylor I've known for a long time, a really long time. When I first started, this guy encouraged me to keep going, and in the end, it paid off. So I owe him a lot of thanks for getting me. He didn't get me started, but when I did start, the guy was just encouraging me all the time. So he's a good lad. And I've known him about getting on for 7 years now. I never met him. I would like to meet him, and that might be a possibility. So anyway, we'd sort of like lost contact, and yesterday or a few weeks ago, he was on one of these live chats. I've got in touch with him again, and he started metal detecting again himself, and he's bought the Equinox. So he says, "Look, get on online, and we'll have a chat, and I'll show you how to set it up." Because I'm one of these guys that just can't be asked to read documents on how to do so. I just can't. I like to take it out the box and figure it out, but not with metal detectors. Anyway, cut a long story short, he helped me set it up, and he says, "Right, you set up. I'll just read your thing out in a minute. Ferrite metal detecting. Just hang on a sec." And set it all up. Went to bed last night. Got up this morning. Did a bit of work on the soffits and fascias again. I'm having a game and a half with that. That's another story. And went out today. Now I've got very, very little land. In fact, all the land I've got is all planted. But there's one field. It's the field where I found the bronze spearhead, and it's sort of like it's on a slope like that. And when it rains heavy, and we've had some heavy rain here during the night, the last couple of weeks or so, and it forms these little rivers, and it runs down, and it just takes all the seed out and it leaves a bare patch like a little river bed. But it's only, and that's all I've got to do today. And so I just went on there, had an hour and a half. There were three of them. I did two, and I found a few bits, and just getting used to the machine and that. And I'll tell you what I found. It's really nice and lightweight. I like that. I like the pinpointer on the machine, not the handheld one. On the machine is very accurate. Wherever you pinpoint it to, that's where you'll find your item without digging left or right or the other way or back. It just pinpoints it really well. Very happy about that, and the weight. Got to get used to the numbers. If any of you has got an AT Pro, you'll know there's a reasonable coin will be in the early 80s. A silver hammer will be 49, anywhere from 49 up to 59, I suppose, or a bit more sometimes if it's a big one. And you just get used to the numbers. I'm so used to numbers on that AT Pro, and I'm trying it in a mode that I've never tried before, which is the Pro Zero, and which what's name told me about now. What's his name? Pete Cressy 7 is back. He told me, and I've got on with it really well. It's been finding some deep coins. Steve West is here. How many you got? I've got 8 in. Wow, that's all, not bad for a few minutes, 6 minutes. Anyway, so I got this this little river, like a riverbed to do. It's only, like I say, it's only 2 foot wide in some places and 3 meters in others. And I found a few bits with it, but I've been finding a lot of old handmade nails, a lot more than I normally do. It's because I'm not used to the numbers, you see. But I found a nice 1800 or 1812 Kreutzer. I've yet to establish what it is, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I found a nice medieval belt buckle, a smallish one. That was surface fine, but it found it nevertheless. And I found a lead horse with a soldier on it, head missing and stuff, a couple of them before. And so I suppose for a first time, I ain't done too bad. But, I've got to, this guy told me, watch out, because you're going to be digging some deep stuff. And I was digging some deep holes. But I've got to get a really good run on a good field yet. But that's my assessment of it. I'll probably go out tomorrow and go over the same place with the AT Pro and just see what else I can pick up, so I can make a comparison. Right, so let me catch up. Yeoman Gull likes my shirt. Yeah, yes, it's Donald, mate. It's Donald. I love the guy. I love him. I'm into your politics, as you know, and I'm always getting into arguments on YouTube because I'm giving all these Democrat shitheads a load of crap because they don't know what they're talking about. Steve West is on board. Yes, as I said, Yeoman Gull. Yes, I did. You're quite welcome. Maybe you're talking to somebody else. Thomas, it was so nice of you. Right, okay. So I know what that's about. Glad to help out CSA. Yeoman Gull says. Thomas, you did. The ferret metal, 5 years with the AT Pro Zero, best selling in Mississippi. He works, he's a teacher. Now he's got a few weeks off in a week or so, and he'll be going to the States, and he's bought himself the Pro Zero, and he might get himself Equinox because he can get them about €200 cheaper in the States. And I nearly did the same but I'm not sure I'll be going to the States this year. I keep saying it every year. Want to go. I really want to go. I'd love to. If I got a load of money, I'd come over and I'd see a lot of these people that I talk to. There's a few people I'd really like to meet. Richard the Red's here. Hello, mate. How's the UFO video coming on? Funny you should say that. I've been working on it a little bit. I really want to make this UFO video very entertaining. it's not a joke. It's something that happened to me personally. Not 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 about seeing a UFO. I don't mean I have seen UFOs personally, but it's not about that. It's about UFOs, but not one that I've seen. So I'm working on it bit by bit. I'm working on a few projects bit by bit. I promise other people I'm going to do. I'm working on that bit by bit. But I've been really busy with the soffits and fascias, and I just went out for an hour or so today, hour and a half, and tried this AT Pro. I've had it about 3 weeks, and sorry, AT Pro Equinox. I've had it about 3 weeks and not been out, not had time. So Richard the Red, hello mate. How's the UFO thing? I just talked about that. Richard Red, come on guys, 9 watching and only 5 likes. Thank you, Richard. 8 watching now. Yeoman Gull, I agree, Ferry. Give you a lot of info, right? You guys in America will be interested in this UFO thing. I think I told you what it was about. Jason Kempster's here. How you doing, matey? All right. Steve Westy says more metal detecting and less roofing, for Christ's sake. Your episodes at height when laying down tiles freak me out. I'm used to heights, mate. I've been working off a ladder today. I've got no. I don't want to pay for the scaffold. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg for the scaffold, and I ain't got the money. I have brittle. I want holiday as well. It's time I took my wife and kid on holiday. I will be going to Croatia week after next, I think, if I feel okay. Anyway, I'll share the video on Facebook now. What, this one or what? Which one? Okay. What, the roofing one? Jeff, I believe. Good. I'm glad you do, Thomas. Thomas says he believes in UFOs. I presume that's what he means. We've only got 5 in now, so 3's gone. And how many likes? We got 8 likes. Okay, 6 in again. Do you want me to tell you something about this UFO video? I'll tell you something about it. But if I do, you'll know what the video's about. But I just need to add more detail to the video. But basically, if you go on YouTube and you put in the name Phil Schneider, is an American guy in the 90s. His videos are really crap quality. But he talks about some aliens at a place called Dulce. I think that's in New Mexico. I'm not sure, or somewhere down that way. And his job is he's a geologist, and he makes tunnels for the government, underground tunnels and stuff. And they asked him to do this project where they were doing underground bases, and he said they start by drilling a borehole, and then they work out from the borehole in squares, and they either explode the rock out or deflagrate it. It's like melt it. So got down this borehole, and all this smoke and crap started coming up. So they sent a bucket down with him, and a trooper went down, and it opened into a cavern or something, and there was, according to him, aliens in there, and a little bit of a battle broke out, and Phil Snyder got shot, and half his fingers are missing, like that. Nearly all them fingers are missing. And he said that was done by aliens. Now, there's something that struck me funny there. I don't mean funny with his story. It sounds far-fetched, and when you talk about it, people think you're nuts. But if that guy had his fingers shot off by aliens, and he did it any other way, and he went to the hospital, they'd have a record, because they ask you, how did you do that, you know? So there's nobody ever come forward with any records on how he did it, so unless he was treated by military. So maybe that's... Anyway, so that's all by the by. He's got a few videos, and he was giving a talk in one of these videos, and he had some items that he said was special metals developed by. Let me let the dog in because he's scratching at the door. In. Right, no, go the other side. Go on. Right. So he had a video and he got all these bits and pieces. And he said, that's a special metal. You can heat it up to such and such centigrade and so on. And then he picked this piece up and he said, and this is part of a UFO. And it was given to me by, I've got to look for his name now. Hold on a sec. It's in the video, what I'm making. Just give me a second. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So it was, he said, this was given to me by Vice Admiral Sir John Rawlins. And as soon as he said the name, I flipped my lid because I met this fella. I met him in New Orleans. He's British. And the reason I was in New Orleans was for a dive show. I was at a dive show in New Orleans, and this guy is also a diver. He works on diving medicine and stuff like that, and the effects of diving, the bends and all that, works on that. But he was a vice admiral. And I also found out he was surgeon to the Queen. I did a bit of research, and he was personal surgeon to the Queen of England. Now I'll tell you when I found that out. But let me put the two things together now. So Phil Schneider said he got this piece, and I was just really curious because I thought, Jesus, I've met this guy, and I spoke to him. I was talking about the English Civil War in New Orleans with him and other stuff and like that. Anyway, so I had a States scuba diving magazine, a technical diving magazine. He had with him his grandson or something, and he gave me his details. I've lost those details. I'm really sorry I lost them. And he said, you contact me if you want to do a story on my grandfather. This was the Vice Admiral. And I said, yeah, okay, I will do. And so that connection between when Phil Schneider said that he'd got this piece of this Vice Admiral, and he could have just said any name, but he didn't. He said a name of an existing person, a person that really lived, because I met him. So that was that. Anyway, sometime in the early 2000s, I think Phil Schneider died in very, very strange, mysterious circumstances. And he did have a couple of videos where he said his life had been threatened. I think the last video he made, he said his life had been threatened, and he died in mysterious circumstances. And people say that I think he was strangled, and people say that he was murdered to keep him quiet. So you put all these things together, and you start to wonder. So can't wait for the Phil Schneider video. It'll be out, mate. So CSA is talking to somebody, so I can carry on. Right, okay. So here's the other thing. Now I was watching YouTube videos about UFOs, and there was I saw this video. It was like a documentary, but somebody just 10 minutes of it, and it was on YouTube, and I watched this 10 minutes, and it was about the Duke of Edinburgh. That's now remember that's the wife, the husband of the Queen, and we'd just been talking about her, and we just found out that this guy that I spoke to was surgeon to the Queen. Anyway, this was, I don't know, 1950s, early 1960s, and the Duke of Edinburgh had heard a lot about UFOs, and he said to his equerry, now that's normally a high-ranking officer, that he fetches and carries whatever the Duke wants, he sorts it, because he's got power and influence. I don't mean the Duke of Edinburgh, of course he has, but I mean the guy that's looking after him. is equerry. And so the Duke said to him, he said, look, I've been reading a lot about UFOs and stuff. And he says, go and see what you can find out for me. So apparently this guy had dug a few files out and then spoke to a few people. And he got a phone call one day. And he says, look, there's somebody who wants to meet you at some address in Chelsea. I might have said this last time I was on, so some of you might have heard this before. So he gave him this address in Chelsea, and he went down this one particular evening when I think it was winter. The impression I got it was winter. It was dark and it was foggy, a bit foggy. So he'd never been to. But so Chelsea is a very posh area of London, or it was then. I'm sure that there's no posh areas left. Maybe Mayfair. Anyway, so he went to this address, and this woman came to the door, invited him in, sat him down near the fire, and there was a chair opposite. And this guy came in, and this guy's name was Mr. Janus, and they were speaking for a long, long time. And I won't tell you what happened now, but he left and he went back and he reported to the Duke of Edinburgh. Now you got to remember that this guy who was reporting to the Duke of Edinburgh he was another high-ranking officer in the Air Force or the Navy, very high-ranking. So not a stupid person, but they won't let a stupid person anyway work around the Duke. I'm sure they wouldn't. And he went to the Duke and he reported, and he said, I just had a really strange feeling about this guy, that he was reading my mind and so on. And he said, and this guy scared me because he knew all of our nuclear capability secrets. And he said, now, how did he know that? He knew all about the. I don't know. I can't give you the context of this conversation. That's what I'm trying to find out, so I can include it in the video. But this guy wrote his autobiography, and so is Sir John Rawlins. They're both dead. So I just thought, wait a minute, and then I was watching this story, and then I started thinking about Phil Schneider and this Sir John Rawlins, and I thought, wait a minute, he was surgeon to the Queen. This guy was affiliated to the Duke of Edinburgh, the husband of the Queen. Maybe there's more to this than meets the eye. So it just got me. So I thought I wanted to find out more. And that's when I decided that it's just more than coincidence here. And maybe the royal family know more than we know. But both these guys were high-ranking people, high-ranking officers, and they don't tell stories like this because they can't be classed as nutcases, because they're not. It's like when the F-16 pilots see UFOs and that, you can't call them nut jobs. These guys are protecting America, and they've got to be highly trained, intelligent guys, and you can't just dismiss what they see and what they film. You can't dismiss it. So I believe in them. Yes, I believe in them. And that's the essence of the story. So let me get back and see who does what now. The woodpecker needs to eat every 20 minutes. It sounds a bit like me, brother. Okay. Do you feed the woodpecker toothpicks? Okay. Richard also stated he was not suicidal. Thank you. And planning to kill himself before he died. Okay. Listen, do me a favor, Richard. Have you got my Facebook? It's Jeff Geoff Mellard, Mellard. If you can dig out any Phil Schneider videos, I'm saving as many as I can find. Just send me the links on Facebook. I'm saving them all to see what I can glean from them. What's this? Sometimes I'll give it ant larvae. Okay. Well, what are you talking about? Give what ant larvae? Oh, woodpecker. Okay. He's talking about woodpecker. The woodpecker eats worms. I got one. I've got a video where I got a baby woodpecker. It was dead next. I can't help it. When I woke up next day, it was dead. Right. So what else? Digger one's in the house. How you doing, bro? Steve Westday. I have a problem with UFOs, Jeff. Unidentified found objects whilst metal detecting. My focus is with the earthly rather than with the extraterrestrial. No problem, brother. You believe in what you want. I don't disagree with what you believe in. I'm just going on past experiences and stuff that you see. I mean, recently on Fox News, within the last couple of months, I think it's last 2 or 3 months on Fox News, it shows you where two F-16s were chasing a UFO, and they've got these things that focus in, zoom in on it, and lock in on it. So when they want to fire it, it's locked in, and they get the target, and it locked in several times, and this thing just kept going out of the lock system, and they couldn't even keep up with it. I mean, you can't get much faster than F-16, for God's sake, unless it's the Blackbird, but couldn't keep up with it, and the American Air Force admitted that it was something not of this world, because we've got the fastest stuff, and it just left us for dead. So I believe in it. Okay, so Stephen Petticon's here. How you doing, Stephen? All right, mate. Digger one, Stephen. Right, Richard the Red. I don't trust the Royals, but I don't. Look, you know my YouTube name is Cromwell. If you don't know about Cromwell, he got rid of the Royals in 1649. I don't like the Royals. I'm not. Yeah, Prince Andrew's best friend, convicted paedophile, Jeffrey Epstein. Exactly. I was looking at something about that the other day too. So maybe he's got his dirty little dick in kids. I don't know. Anyway, so that's basically the story which I'm working on. I'd like to make a good job of it. There's a guy in America. He's got a really, really good YouTube channel. It's called Secure Team 10. I don't know if any of you guys know that. He's got a 1.5 million subscribers. And when he talks, he never wavers. He's never going like that. He's never stuck for words. Really good. He's good at his job, and he must be making a fortune out of YouTube, because he gets 2 or 3 million views on some of his videos. Anyway, that's all by the way. Who we got? We got 8 and 10 likes. I wish what's name was here. Oh, I didn't catch up. Wait a minute. If we're floating out here, there's got to be someone else floating out here with us. Nice one, Digger one. Steve Wester, I'm not discounting your beliefs, Jeff. I enjoy your beliefs, your digging, and your ever exploring mind, nature. Cheers. I don't suppose I'm any different from anybody else, Steve. I'm sure you've got very similar beliefs to me. I just try to be a good person with all the people I know. I know I'm not the best in the world. If anybody gives me crap, I give them 10 times as much crap back, especially Democrats. Can't stand them, because I'm into your politics in a big way. Because I honestly believe, I don't watch CNN. I've stopped watching CNN because it's the biggest fake news channel, and not because Trump said it, but it's true. I don't watch BBC because they're all anti-Trump, and that guy's done more for your country in the last year and a half than what the last 4 presidents have done put together, in all their terms put together. I believe in him. He wants to keep your country safe. He wants to keep people from just walking over the border, which he should do. You know, I just wish my country was like that. I've lost total interest in my country. I'm sorry. With what's been happening just lately, I've got no interest left in my country. I'm proud of its past. I'm proud of what it's achieved in the world for such a small country. But I'm not proud of it anymore. You know, so I look up to America because it's done more for me than what my country has, and I'm telling you the truth. What's your Facebook again, Jeff? It's GEOFF, and then it's Mike Echo Lima Lima Alpha Romeo Delta Mellard, and it should say Vienna, Austria. Although I'm English, I live in Austria, not Australia, Austria. The sniper relic hunts. You missed my comments again. Sorry, I rescued a baby woodpecker on my way to a bottle dump. I've kept it alive for 4 days now. Any name suggestions? Well, I'm sure somebody said Woody. About Gregory Pecker. Digger one, Stephen Pettican. That was Rob Random coming to her. Pissing myself laughing. Yeoman Go. I see you have a Trump shirt on. The press hate him. I know they do. I know the press hate him. I love him. I love him. You know why I love him? Because he's not full of bullshit. He talks straight. What he says he means. What he says he's going to do is done. Not like all the other crap that's been in office before. And what happens in America affects the rest of the world. That's why I follow him. But it don't matter what he does. It doesn't matter. If he give everybody in the States $1 million each, they'd say, tight bastard, why didn't he give him $1.5 million? I can't stand them. I can't stand them. And you want to see the things are right. I get a lot of Americans attacking me, but I give them the shit back. And I normally always get the last word in. Normally. You know, some of these people, these Dems, they just don't want him to succeed. And yeah, every morning I wake up about anywhere between 5:30 and 6:30, and I put this laptop here on my knee, and I watch Fox News, I watch Tucker Carlson, and I watch Hannity, just to see what's going on, because Hannity keeps me up, and you know I'm getting to know the names of all your senators and what's happening. The House Judiciary questioning time, Rod Rosenstein, and I think it's just disgusting the way things are going. I think it's absolutely disgusting, because there's an oversight committee, and they have the right to look at any documents. It's in the Constitution. They have the right to look at any documents to make sure that they're doing their job right. And Rod Rosenstein's refusing to hand over documents for over 9 or 10 months now. So that guy's hiding something. When that happens, he's hiding something. And Hillary Clinton got away with shit. And I made a video. I've had 750,000 views on it. And I called it Clinton Arrested. And I'm still making money off it, which is nice. And I just think, really, but she's got away with it because it was a setup. It's definitely a setup. Anyway, enough of politics. Stephen says the macro cruiser came from outer space. Maybe it did. Is that what you've got, Stephen? Macro cruiser? And dig on Stephen Patton. It sure did. Piss myself laughing. Any more comments? No. Have I caught up? Lol. CSA. Thomas says Democrats. It's a spelling mistake. Yeah. It's got a T. Democrats. Democrats. Yeah. They'll call them dummy craps. Dummy craps. Dumbass crats. That's what they are going to call them. That's it. Dumbass crats. I can't stand them. I hope there's none on here because I've really upset you, I suppose, if I have now. I don't know. So, Mr. Sniper Relic Hunts. CNN is basically just for hating on Trump. Exactly. And MSNBC. I've got names for all these twats, these new readers. And when they come up, I have a go at them. Racial mad cow. I call her Rachel Mad Cow. And I put comments in and she don't even know what her genitals are for because she's gay. I'm on summer break now, going on first year. I'm at high school. How old are you, Mr. Sniper Rudicons? So last year, 8th grade, my teacher played CNN 10 every day, 10 times every day, and it was always correct, criticising Trump every time. Nothing positive. Steve Westie's Digger One. I've followed Jeff since the early days. You have? You've been around a long time, Stevie, old chap. Stephen Pettigan, yeah, Macro Multi-Cruiser. Okay. Richard the Red, found you on Facebook. I can only follow but cannot send friend requests. Okay, which one? I've got 2 Facebook accounts. If it's the one where I'm standing with my wife in front of the Hoover Dam, it's not that one. Don't get that one because I can't remember the password. It's the other one. I don't know what the other photo is. I think it's me and my wife together. I'm not sure. But there's one where I'm standing in front of the Hoover Dam. And it's not that one. So Timothy Thompson, and we got 11 in. Timothy Thompson, I just stopped watching all news channels. Sad, but find more better reporting of events on YouTube. Quite true. I do watch Fox. Because they call out all these arseholes. Sorry, assholes, as you say. So CSA says, Richard, that's because he's on the limit of 1,500. Who's that? Is that me? I don't know. Have you got a limit, Thomas? Is it 1,500? I don't know how many I've got now. I must be somewhere around that mark, though. Okay, so Richard the Red said, no, it's the Mr. Robinson pick. That's the one. Yeah, Tommy Robinson picture. Yeah. Steve Westy. I do so since I enjoy his content, smacking down. Is that me? Are you talking about me, Steve? Smacking down Deep Digger Dan and the joy of finding things that I will never discover, but enjoy other finds. I am a digger at heart. Richard the Red, IE CSA, thanks. Mr. Sniper Relic I'm going to the Hoover Dam next week. Cool. So you must have, where are you? Tell me where you are, Mr. Sniper Relic which state you're in. And I forgot where you are, Steve Westy. Tell me again. I'm always forgetting. Terrible memory. Terrible. It's a cool place. I've been to the Hoover Dam a couple of times. If you're going in a car, you should carry on and go to the Grand Canyon from there. I've been to Vegas about, I don't know, four or 5 times on separate occasions. Always hire a car when I'm there, and I took my wife down to the Hoover Dam, and I took her and we just drove everywhere, and I made one friend, old guy I met in a cafe, and I still speak with him, somewhere in the middle of the desert. CSA says, oh, Deep Digger Dan, don't start me on that one. I know. I think he's gone mad, Deep Digger Dan. The less said about him, the better. Don't go into stuff and saying what's been going off, and then he flips out. Last time that happened, he threatened to take somebody to court. That I know, and he's a really nice guy. Lyle's here. Lyle, how you doing? When I said earlier to all you guys that I'd love to come over to the States and I'd like to meet quite a few people. This is one, Lyle. Lyle one. Love him to bits. He's my brother. He's my soulmate. I love him to bits. Deep Digger Dan. Who? Deep Digger. I don't have much land to do, Lyle, because everything's planted. we find a lot of Roman stuff, and they cut all the grass the other day. I went on there with David from Mississippi, and I let him play about with it first. I've made a video, but I haven't put it out yet. I let him play with it first, and so he could suss it out. But after about 20 minutes, I think he'd had enough, because it's not that easy to suss out. And he just put it back in the car and got his AT Pro, because that's what he's used to. And I was playing with my AT Pro, because I thought, well, I'm not playing with this till he sussed it out. And then we didn't really find much on there, because it's been done time and time again. But when it's been ploughed, I'll be back on there. They only cut the grass. So I came home, and yesterday I was talking with an old friend named Dave, who's in the UK, and he's bought one of these equinoxes, and he spent time with me on the internet, and told me how to get this equinox sorted out. Let me just read a few comments. And I went out today and found a couple of bits. Nothing ecstatic, but I weren't on the best ground. Mr. Sniper Relic Hunts, I changed my name from Mr. Sniper Kitty to Mr. Sniper Relic Hunts. I live in Indiana, okay, and I dig in the upper peninsula of Michigan, okay. So now I've got a good idea where Indiana is, because if it touches onto Michigan, I think Michigan's this, or some parts of the state of Michigan are on the Great Lakes, and I used to live on the Great Lakes. I'm flying to Vegas on Monday, so you're flying, okay. So Thomas says, do you know that he did not have the right, I mean largely, to do what he did? Who, Dan, are you talking about? He had legal charity. I want to go back now. Oh, wow, we've got 10 in. You have to be a legal charity, like we are, to collect donations from people. Are you talking about Dan? Stephen Peskin. Did you go out today with the Knox? You probably heard me, Stephen. Yes, I did. Did you hear that or not? Richard the Red, I'm off, Jeff. Cheers, mate. Thanks for stopping by. Pleasure as always. If I can dig up some Phil Schneider vids, thank you. Send them over to me, mate. Then I can maybe get working on this video. Thomas says, no, legally. I don't know who is. Are you talking to somebody else, Thomas? CW, you rich. CU rich, I think he's saying. See you. Yeah. See you, CSA. Richard the Red says. Right. Okay. Okay. I know he dug. Look, he dug stuff up, and I know one time he dug this big gold thing up, and somebody had a go at him and said, "Did you hand it over?" And he says, "Yes, I did," but I don't know. I just didn't believe him. I didn't believe him because the guy do anything for money, and he's still showing that paedophiles videos. You know, I mean, if it were anybody else, you'd want to disassociate yourself with a paedophile, but Deep Digger Dan's still showing his videos, so he must like him. Maybe he was in on it. Who knows? There's word going around that he was. Thomas saying, no, I was talking to you, but I've misspelt the word. Okay, all right, okay. Four King Diggers is in. Yeah, I'm in bed. I'm lazy bastard. No, I was outside. I ought to go outside again, but the signal's bad outside. So I come in my bedroom here where I can just put my feet up a bit. And he says I'm a lazy git. Hope to see you soon, brother. I from the Four Kingdoms. Yeah, always nice to hear from you, matey. Thanks for dropping by. Are you going now? You just popped in to say hello. Now you're going to piss off, are you? Or what? Okay, I've caught up on there. Got 11 in. Wait another 15 minutes. See how we do. And I'm quite impressed. Let me tell you now, for all you metal detectors out there, I'm quite impressed with the weight of the Equinox. Very nice, easy to swing, not a problem. David said his hand was hurting after a bit. I never had that experience today. No hurting hand. Very easy to swing. The pinpoint's really accurate. When you use the pinpoint on the machine, not the pinpointer itself. And so Mr. Snipe says he had to go feed the woodpecker. Did I miss anything? Not really, brother. Not really. I should go back because I can't remember. Already I forgot where you are. I'm just Indiana. Okay. Indiana. Yeah, I'd love to come and see some of you guys over there in the States. I really would. If I had the money, I'd come over, and you know what I want to do? I want to do a tour of the States. I mean, it's a big place. You need a lot of money. I know you can find these cheap places you stay, $20, $25 a night. I don't know if it's gone up now. I don't know, but and wait a minute, the Forking Jeff, you're in bed. Yeah, okay, read that. I really, really would love to come have some fun with you guys out there, detected. Is the Knox noisy? I had the headphones. No, I can't say. I can't say it is. I tell you what I found. The signals I was getting. Maybe it's just the ground I was on. I don't know, but the signals I getting. I'm getting like good signals for iron nails. I don't know if I've set it up wrong somewhere. I want to talk to Dave about that because I don't want to keep digging nails up. I just wanted to get used to the numbers. I found one coin, a lovely coin, and it was ringing up at 22. And then I found a nail that was ringing up on the same number. So I don't know. I can't figure that out. Anyway, so it's like any machine. You're gonna have to get used to it, aren't you? So no, I didn't find it particularly noisy. No, Dean, I didn't. Not particularly. I just need to get used to the damn thing. It makes a hell of a noise when you pinpoint on it, woo, like that. But I suppose that's a good thing in a way. So Thomas says he's only ranting about Deep Digger Dan Law. Maybe you're talking with somebody else. Hey, Thomas. Manx 72. How you doing, brother? Got 6 in now. I'm all right, Steve. I'm all right, mate. Not bad. I've been out today with the Knox. Found a couple of bits. Found a medieval buckle. That was nice. He's just south of you. Who's south of you, Lyle? You mean Relic, Mr. Sniper Relic Hunts? He's south of you because I know you're up that way, aren't you? Somewhere. If I recall, Lyle, aren't you in Ohio? Are you in Ohio? I think you are. I'm not sure. I know you're a Spanner man, aren't you? Mr. Goodwrench. Is that you, Mr. Goodwrench? I can't remember now. Oh, so wait a minute, Mr. Sniper. You're going to Slovakia next summer? Really? Okay. Which part of Slovakia? Have you got relatives there? Because literally Slovakia is just down the road from me. I can be in Bratislava in 20 minutes. On a good day, 15 minutes if there's no traffic about, and I get all the lights. So Bratislava. So have a look on a map where Bratislava is. I'm 20 minutes from there, but over the border in Austria. So Thomas says, or the travel troll, as he calls himself. Who's that? Who called Lyle? Ask me, how is the depth of it, Jeff? Okay, Lyle. I got one signal today. It was giving me 25, and I was quite hopeful it was something good. And I dug, and I was still getting 25, and I dug, and I was still getting 25, and I dug, and I must have got down near on 2 foot, trying with my handheld pinpointer all the time. Couldn't get a signal from my handheld pinpointer. And now with that bollocks, Lyle, I just filled the hole in the end, you know, and I thought to myself, I've got to go back there and try with another machine and see if I get a signal. But I was getting this 25 signal, and I just give up in the end. I give up. But you know what I did? I tried calling a friend of mine who found a Roman hoard. He found a Roman, not hoard of money, but statues. Found some Roman statues. One of them was a dog. He's been offered quite a lot of money for it, I think, but he's hanging on to it because he thinks it's worth more. And I want to know. I rang him up to find out how deep that hoard was. I want to know how deep it was. And but I couldn't get an answer from him, and I'm dying to know because I'm a bit pissed off about filling that hole in on such a good number. I think it was a good number anyway. It might be just a lump of steel, but I don't know. I'm panicking about it. Not panicking, you know what I mean. I'm worried about it though. Yeah, did I say you was in Michigan? No, I said Ohio, didn't I? That's right, Michigan. Yeah, okay. Lower. Yes, Mr. Goodwrench. That's right, yeah. I'd love to meet you, Lyle. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'd love to meet you. Put my arms around you. I'm not gay. Don't worry about it. You know I'm married. But I just think you're a great guy. I think you're a great guy, Lyle. Honestly, I think the world of you. I'm serious about that. Just your generosity really warmed my heart towards you. So, Mr. Sniper, what? I'm about 5 hours. So, Mr. Sniper Relicunt, I'm about 5 hours away from Wien. Mr. Sniper Relicunt. Okay, now I'm confused now. Where do you live? You told me you're in. Well, I've lost it again now. You told me you're in the States, but you come into Vienna, right? Well, Vienna's 45 minutes that way from me. Bratislava's that way, 20 minutes. Mank 72, he's going to Salzburg with his daughter in August. She loves the sound of music, so seeing film locations. Well, okay. Well, if you get down to Vienna, let me know because you're not that far away. Thomas, he lost me there. He said, I did not get your question. The question was, I think you said he calls himself something, the troll, something troll, something. And I said, well, forget the first word, but you should keep the second, the troll. Anyway, the travel troll, that's what I said. He should forget the travel and just call himself the troll. Yeoman Gull says, watch England's history, YouTube videos on the Knox. He shows a lot of, oh, yeah, I've seen him before. He shows a lot of settings and goes through all the menus. I've actually joined a club on Facebook now, or is it on YouTube? I can't remember, one of the two, where they've all got Noxers. So I just want to get used to it. I won't give up. I'll never give up. And he goes through all the menus. That's cool. All right, I'll check that out. Mr. Sniper Relicunt. Okay. He meant to say Vienna, but I said Wiens. Yeah, well, they pronounce it Wien, but it's with a W, like Y-N, W-I-E-N, Wien. They call it Wien, Vienna. And that's where, when you go down to the supermarket and you buy wieners, that's where it comes from. Wien, Vienna, Wien. Wieners are sausage, but Vienna sausage. Okay. And over here they call Vienna Wien. In German language, they call it Wien, and that's what. But and it's spelled with a W, Wien, but they say V. A W is pronounced with a V, and a V is pronounced as an F. It's ever so funny. Now, for example, what's a foul V? A foul V is a VW car. And because when they say, "Ich habe a foul V," that means I've got a VW. So that's how they pronounce it here. So wieners are Vienna sausage. Okay, so the Grim Bleepers just put a video out with the macro multi cruiser. We've got 7 in. Yes, he calls himself the Travel Troll. Lyle says, if the good Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, we will do that, my friend. I'd love to meet you, Lyle, honestly. I'd like to meet you also. That's nice of you. Mr. Sniper Rally Cunt. Sorry, I can't write in Slovak. It's not Slovak, it's Austrian, my friend. Austrian. Okay, Slovakia and Austria is 2 different countries. I live in Austria. I'm British or English, as I like to say. It's all in the EU now. I could just drive straight over the border. I don't have to stop, show me passport. It's like a bit like the States, crossing the state line. Right, Mr. Sniper Rally Cunt. Sorry, I can't write in Slovak. No, I can't write in Slovak either. Forget it. It's the weirdest language on the planet. My wife's Slovak. They're nice people and everything, don't get me wrong, but the language is poor. You can't get your tongue around some of the words. You can't. It's crazy. But German, I'm not so bad at German. I've just learned that by living here, really. I'm not proficient in it by any stretch of the imagination, but I can go anywhere and talk and have conversation as long as it's the way I do it. The town is spelled something like Trevichov. Yes. Are you there? Come here a minute. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever heard of a place called Trebichov in Slovakia? Yeah. Where is it? All right. So my daughter's in the other room. She's Slovak. She speaks almost perfect English because of me. But she's heard of Trebichov. So if that's where you're going, I don't know where it is. She don't know where it is, but I'll check it out. I don't know. Maybe we can meet up if it's not too far away. But I mean, if you're at the other end of Slovakia, you can be 600 kilometers away, which is a long way. Now, there you go. Now, Thomas, CSA Chevron Sansabri, he's German. Okay. And he's just written Wien, Wien, but it's pronounced with a V, Wien. Yeah? It's at the other end of Slovakia. Okay, it's right at the other end of Slovakia. So you're going to be a long, long way from me, Mr. Sniper Rally Cunt. Have you got relations there or something, or what? And quite true, Thomas. I live in Österreich. Österreich is Austria. Yeoman Gould says, be right back, going to feed the wild birds. Nice one. Mr. Sniper really comes next year. I'll be in Slovakia next year. Okay. If you get up this way, you should contact me first. Do you watch my YouTube videos? Are you subscribed to me, Mr. Sniper Rally Guns? I presume that you are. Are you subscribed to my channel? Because you can contact me that way, if no other way. Yeah, because I won't mind meeting up with you. I think the easiest thing for me to do would be to come over there to the States. I'm quite familiar with the States. I've done a lot of the States, but there's still a few I haven't done. And I like being in America. I feel right at home, really. Mr. Sniper says he's fluent in Slovak. Jess, come here. I'm going to test you now. You know what Lubimchi means? Tell me what Lubimchi means, Mr. Sniper. Relicons. Write it down. Lubimchi. Okay. I know little bits of Slovak. Right, Yeoman Gall says, be right back. It's feeding the birds. Yeah, okay. Next year he'll be in Slovakia, Mr. Sniper. Yes, I'm subscribed. Thank you very much, brother. Mr. Sniper, your channel is great. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I'll tell you this: I don't go a whole bunch on what's the correct word? I don't go a whole bunch on doing stuff like putting my camera on stands and getting really good shots. I just mainly do it. I carry the camera around my neck and do it. And if I find something interesting, I'll try to find something to show you, for example, like how Bronze Age tools are made and stuff like that. And then I lose my, I lose any payment. But I don't care. I don't do it for the payment. I just want to make the video interesting for you. So if I lose the payment by showing something else, you know, that's not my video, then I do that and I lose it. Right. When I fly to Slovakia, we land in Vienna. Okay, cool. Then our next plane flies to Slovakia. Okay, so you'll be at Vienna Airport for a couple of 3 hours while you catch your connecting flight. Okay. You know what Lubimchi means yet? Thomas says, if you're in Vienna, you're going to have to go into a cafe. You will never ever forget it for the rest of your life. It's just you mean the cake, Thomas? You mean that special cake what they do in Vienna? I can't eat cake. I'm diabetic. But I do eat it sometimes. How you doing with your weight, by the way, Thomas? Are you still losing it, or are you putting it back on? Because you know, I'll tell you a little secret. You can lose all the weight you want, but it'll never stay off. Because you just go back to your old eating ways and you just put it back on. You are what you are, and that's what I've learned. The cafe with the lights. I don't know. I don't go into Vienna much. I'll be honest with you. I live in the country and I love it. I hate cities. Mr. Sniper Relicants and the iPads and the iPads. Right, I'm not sure what you're referring to. The cafe with the lights. Oh, and the iPads. Oh, I see what you mean now. No, ain't got a clue where that is. I don't have a clue because I used to live in Vienna, but not in the centre. Yeah. Thomas says apple strudel. That's like apple pie. Are you still around, Lyle? Are you still around, mate, or have you gone? 7 in, 12 thumbs up. Been on an hour and 5 minutes, and it's about time I wrapped it up. But I'll just give you anybody chance. I'm still waiting for Lyle's still here, good lad. I'm still waiting for Mr. Sniper Relic to tell me what Lubimcha means. Come on, let's see how fluent you are in Slovakia. So what does Lubimcha mean? And tell me what I'm saying now. Jedno kilo paradajky, prosím. Okay. What have I just said? Lyle's here. Thomas says, I'm down to 185 from 250. Wow. So you've lost 65 kilo. You've lost 65 kilo? Holy crap. That's 130 pound plus. Holy crap. I don't know what that means. I thought you was fluent in Slovakian. Aha, got you. Jedno kilo paradajki, prosim. That means 1 kilo of tomatoes, please. Okay. Sorry, tomatoes. Okay. Thumbs up, everybody. Lyle. Mr. Sniper Radicals. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Okay, maybe. You're going to brush up on your Slovak? I might not be here in 20 minutes, bro. I want to make myself drink a bite to eat. And it's 8 o'clock here. And I go to bed early. Because I'm up around about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I'm at that age now where I want my rest. Let's see if I can read this writing without my glasses. So I can read the last one, Mr. Sniper really wants. I'll be back in 20 minutes, maybe. Well, somebody post something so I can read it. I'm knackered. Lyle says, sorry, Jeff. Got to go. Got a book. Give me. Oh, got a truck. Giving me hassle. All right, Lyle. You go and fix it, Mr. Goodwrench. Take care of yourself. You're the best. All right. Christ, Thomas, you've lost 10 stone. Holy crap. Yo, Mungo, I can't read this without my glasses. Yeah, I can read it, but it's a bit blurred. And this eye's gone to, it's knackered, that one is now. The other one's good. No, it's not. I can't see from here, though. See you later, Jeff. See you, Stephen. Take care, mate. There's only 5 in now. I'm going to wrap it up in a minute and call it a day. Been nice to talk to you all. I really appreciate you coming on. I'd love to have a chat with you guys. You're all good fellas. And only wish the best for you. See you later, Stephen. Take care, mate. All the best. You keep digging. You're going to crack it, you are, Stephen. Don't worry. Don't worry. You'll get there, bud. You'll get there. Just give it time. Maybe you need some better land. I don't know. But somewhere on that land that you've got, there's something good waiting for you. Okay? And you'll come across it. All right. I'm going to wrap up, guys. I think I'm just going to say, see you, Stephen. Take care, mate. See you, everybody. I'm going to go. There's only 6 in. All the writing's just gone off. I'll wait till it comes on because somebody popped something up there and it went off. The chat's gone off for some reason. It's just a black screen at the side there with the chat on. It'll come on in a minute. It's happened before. Only 4 in. Everybody's going. Me too. Come on, chat. Oh, it's back now. It's right. So, human go. So, bye, Jeff. Get some beauty sleep, mate. Fucking hell. If I'm going to get a beauty sleep, I'll be asleep forever. Right. So, Manx 72, going to grab a shower, Jeff. It's flipping hot here. Yeah, it was hot here a couple of weeks ago. Really hot. Really hot. And now it's gone over to the UK and it's not so warm here, but it's not bad. I'm happy with it. But next week it's going to get warm again, it says. All right, take care, guys. There's only 3 in. Look after yourselves. Right, go and dig some good stuff up. Let's have a chat. It's 30s now in Manchester. Wow. Well, all right, guys. Look after yourself. Talk to you soon. All the best. I'm going to end the stream. Look after yourself. See you guys.